Hello, my name is Abby, and welcome back to the Space Exploration Agency. It's time to launch the Mun Base Lander, and because the Mun Base Lander is too heavy for my standard space launch system, I had to design this impressive booster in order to transport the Mun Base Lander into a low Kerbal orbit. And yeah, now it's time to prepare the liftoff. I can switch on SAS, I can adjust the throttle, and in 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Yeah, here we go. Wow, that's amazing. It's been really a long time since I last used those gigantic rocket parts, but now I finally had a purpose for them again in order to launch the Mun Base Lander. And yeah, okay, I can now begin with the gravity turn. I can be a little bit more aggressive with those gigantic parts. This is awesome. This is really awesome. Okay, we have begun our ascent into space. That's fantastic. That's really great. And I like to use, once again, the prograde mode of my probe core. That's good. Thank you so much for your help. Much appreciated. And here, the lander itself hasn't changed since the last episode. I am still using the 4 LV-909 engines. I did some calculations and it turned out that, well, the nuclear rocket engines would be a little bit more efficient and I would gain a little bit of delta V, but the delta V gain isn't that large that it would really justify to use for nuclear rocket engines because they are really heavy. One LV-909 engine has a mass of 0.5 tons, whereas a nuclear rocket engine has the mass of 3 tons, and so the lander would be really heavy, and that's the main reason why I decided, okay, I don't gain that much of delta V if I would switch to nuclear rocket engines, and it would be much better to go for or to stick with those LV-909 engines. And yeah, that's really what I did. And now we are shooting into the sky. We are transporting the Mun Base Lander into hopefully a low Kerbal orbit, and then it can begin its journey out to the moon. That's fantastic. That's really fantastic. So we are already on a good track. Soon we will escape the atmosphere, and we have already an apoapsis of 60 kilometers. That's good. That's really good. All right, the apoapsis is rising. Fantastic. That's really amazing. And I'm so excited. I'm really excited to dock the Mun Base Lander for the first time to the first to a module of the Mun Base, and yeah, to land the first Mun Base module on the surface of the moon. And I hope it will be a success. I really hope it will be a success, and I hope that my calculations were right and that I will not run out of fuel or so. This would be really bad. And oh dear, I already see we have a slight inclination. This is not good, but well, I think I should at first insert the Mun Base Lander into an orbit, and then I can still fix the inclination. All right, this is good and this is perfect. So soon we will leave the atmosphere. That's good. And yeah, as you can see, the Mun Base Lander hasn't changed. It's the same design, and I hope this design will be really successful and that it can land those modules on the surface of the moon. I'm not quite sure how I can land the rover on the surface of the moon. I think I need to design a special sky crane that has just the purpose of landing the rover on the surface of the moon, because I don't think that I can use this lander to land the rover, but we will see. We will see. At first I like to land the first few modules of the moon base, and okay, now it's time for the orbit insertion burn, and I'm not quite sure if the second stage will run out of fuel or before we will have a periapsis, or if I have to cut the engine and jettison the second stage so that it will fall back into the atmosphere and disintegrate. Okay, looking good, looking really good. The trajectory is increasing, very good. Soon we will, yeah, there the periapsis. Alright, 11 kilometers. I hope as I have those separatrons, they will slow down the second stage so that it will fall back into the atmosphere. Alright, now I can start the third stage and use it to bring the lander into a low Kerbal orbit and cut the engine. So 94 by 109, well, not perfect, but good enough. And yeah, so we are heading for the moon, so I can set it as my target, and ooh, we are off by 1.1 degree, that's bad. This is in the shadow of Kerbal, but I think that's alright. At the ascending node. Okay, 0.1. Still 0.1. This was a bit too much. Yeah, this is good. 40.9 meters per second of delta V are needed in order to complete this maneuver. Okay, this is good. And yeah, I think I had plenty of time until I have to do the trans-Kerbal burn of the Mun Surveyor. So I think I can at least finish this burn. Then I think I need to switch over to the Mun Surveyor to see when it will have its trans-Kerbal burn. I already prepared this maneuver, but I can't remember when it will take place. Okay, and dang it, we have sunset. That's sad, that's really sad. Orbital sunset and no lights on the lander. But I think we can barely see it. This is good, this is really good. So soon... Oh dear, it's getting darker and darker. Oh dang it, oh dang it. That's always sad. So dark. Okay. Time for the inclination change and cut the engine. Alright. So, how are we doing? No inclination. Fantastic. And, okay, I need to wait more or less a whole orbit until I can do my translunar burn. Just a little bit more. I think we are getting close to this. I hope the position is good. Yep, 185. Oh dear. No, not a collision course. Collision course is too much. 88. Can I get a little bit closer? 25. Alright, 25 kilometers. This is perfect. And yeah, in 27 minutes. So this is good. Then we will have 2 flights at once heading for the moon. Maybe I will launch a habitat module soon, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe I should just land the central core and just see if it works with the lander. And yeah, no, I like to focus view the moon and supply, no, not supply Mark 5, Mun Surveyor. Switch to, when do you have your burn? In 7 minutes. Alright, this is good. Unfortunately, we are still in the shadow. That's not good. So I can do a quick time warp. Alright, 4 minutes, 2 minutes, back in the sunlight, 1 minute. That's good. So the batteries should be recharging by now. This is good. Just a couple of seconds. Alright, here we are. And yeah, now it's time to fly this thing back to Kerbal, so that I get rid of the space debris and I get some funds back if I land the capsule back on the surface. And well, I'm using once again the same design for the capsule or for the probe core, that all the important components are inside the service bay, and I hope this will bring us some funds back when we recover the spacecraft. So how we are doing, 23 kilometers, this is good, and in 5 hours and 50 minutes, alright. Escape in 1 hour. Okay, this is good. Can I, not Sagittarius, Mun Base, Science Launch, no, Aurora, Heat Shield, Delivery Probe, this is, wow, so many spacecraft in orbit around Kerbal. Mun Base Lander, no, not 100th episode probe. Can I just switch to Kerbal? Alright. So, oh dear. Oh yeah, these are the navigation points. Heat shield, this is the... Oh yeah, at some point I wanted to refuel the interplanetary travel stage, but I haven't done this right now. Switch to Mun Base Lander. Alright, this is good. Yeah, maybe at some point I have to do this. Maybe at some point I really have to refuel the... Ooh, this is beautiful. The interplanetary travel stage to transport some fuel out to the moon. But I think I will do this once the supply ship Mark 5 runs out of fuel. And still, 17 minutes to go until we can perform the translunar burn with the Mun Base Lander. And I hope, because this thing has a quite wide stance, I'm not quite sure about the landing itself, but before I will discuss this, I think I need to focus on, okay, the timer. And okay, here we are. And I can use the maneuver function. Alright, this is good. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about the landing itself. I really would like to have a real landing so that I land the lander together with the module on the surface of the moon with the landing struts of the module, and then I will decouple the lander and fly it away. But maybe I have to come to a hover or so and just decouple the module and let it drop to the surface of the moon. I'm not quite sure what the best landing technique is, and maybe no, I don't want to land a dummy on the surface of the moon. This would be really, really bad. So I think I have to find out how I can do this best once I land the first module on the surface of the moon. But yeah, I think this is also a challenge I have to somehow solve, so that I can land the thing on the surface of the moon without maybe destroying it or without destroying the landing struts, because it's too much mass or so. And speaking of mass, you can see we are using a lot of fuel of the upper stage, and that's crazy. That's really crazy. So much fuel to do the translunar burn. And cut the engine. Alright. So, how are we doing? Oh, we are not there yet. So, just a bit more. Alright, here we are. Can I have those numbers? Yep, thank you. Just a bit more. Oh dear. Maybe a short retrograde burn was a bit much. Oh dear. Easy. Okay, yeah, let's go for 48 kilometers. This is good enough. And yeah, so the Mun Base Lander heads for the moon. That's not good. I should rotate the thing around so that the solar panels are facing toward the sun, and this thing is almost out of fuel. Maybe I need to do the capture burn with the engines of the lander, and yeah, during a mid-cruise maneuver, just jettison the upper stage and make sure that the upper stage will impact the moon, because 55 units isn't that much, and I don't think that the... Well, on the other hand, I can still use the upper stage for the beginning of the orbit insertion burn, but then I would need to finish the burn with those engines, with the engines of my Mun Base Lander, and I would then even need to do more of a retrograde burn to make sure that this thing is on a suborbital trajectory, and then I need to speed, or then I need to change this orbit again with the Mun Base Lander. So I'm not quite sure. I have to think about this, how I will do this at best. But yeah, alright, so now we do have the first module flying out to the moon. We have the lander flying out to the moon. The moon surveyor is on its way away it's on its way to leave the sphere of influence of the moon and to return back to Kerbal. So this is really busy. That's really busy. But I think it's now also a good opportunity to take a break and to focus view on Minmis and to... Oh yeah, it's in the darkness now, but I think this shouldn't matter. Switch to the Minmis space station, because it should have more than enough light so that we can... Yeah, we can still see it. This is good. I do have this contract, go on an orbital spacewalk near Mun Base. So, who likes to go on a spacewalk? Call on Kerman. Yeah, I think our engineer, I think the engineer can go on an EVA, so here we go. There he is, there he is. Switch on your lights. Let go, and okay, Korlong is on his EVA. He can inspect the space station, that everything is in good shape. And wow, this looks really cool. Over there is still the mining lander Mark 1. This thing landed several times on the moon already and delivered a lot of good ore. We transmuted it into fuel, and that's perfect. That's really amazing. So it's really a reliable spacecraft. And yeah, down there is another docking port. Over here is the spacecraft of the first permanent crew of the Mun Base space station. At some point they will board again, so even Korlong will board at some point again this spacecraft and then return back to Kerbal. And as you can see, there are so many hitchhiker storage containers, so there can be a lot of Kerbonauts on board of this Mun Base space station. That's really fantastic. That's great. And okay, Korlong can now fly back to the, and I think at some point I can even extend the antenna, can now return to the hitchhiker storage container. Okay, easy. Easy. Good. And grab. And board. Fantastic, fantastic. That's nice, very good. So I wanted to, well, that antenna, I wanted to extend the acquire complete, extend. Alright. That's good. So, world first milestones. The recent, we have performed a spacewalk in orbit of Mun Base. Okay, if you say so. Exceptional work. Now get back into the vessel before this turns into a rescue mission. Alright. So, contract complete. Very nice, very nice. And, yeah, I think that's good. And it's now time to switch to the first module of the Mun Base. Okay, the first module of the Mun Base heads for the moon, and maybe I need to turn it a little bit this way so that the solar arrays are facing towards the sun. Oh, wait, I can even do maybe this, because there are even more solar arrays on top of the module. This is good, this is good. Okay, this should now hopefully keep the batteries charged. Alright, this is good. And how is our trajectory looking? I like to focus view on the moon, and we will arrive in the right orientation. This is good. And we are almost in the same inclination as the supply ship Mark 5. Our moon perhaps is 10 kilometers. This is also good. The supply ship is quite high. I need to find a good altitude for the orbit where I like to have the supply ship, so that I can all the time refuel it with the upper stage. So maybe I need a maneuver node in 4 minutes. All right, I think 15 kilometers could be the sweet spot. So if I need to do this. I just need to do a very, very small retrograde burn. Alright. This is good. Easy. Okay, like so. I think I just have to tap on the throttle and cut it immediately. Yeah, alright, okay. 17 kilometers. This is good. This is good. Okay, we will arrive at the sphere of influence of the moon in 5 hours. In 5 hours, alright. And 5 hours, 20 minutes. Alright, this is good. If I click warp here, then I will hopefully arrive there and not do a 6-day warp or so, or whatever happened in, well, in the one episode, as there was this error with the navigation computer. This was really bad. Okay, we are now flying out to the moon, and okay, easy. Here we are. Okay, we are almost there. Batteries are still charged, and 4 minutes 40 seconds, so I can do a quick time warp to make sure that I get very, very close to the moon encounter. Okay, easy. Okay, just a few seconds, and then the first module of the moon base will arrive at the moon. That's fantastic. That's really great. That's cool. So, short look back to Kerbal. And what is going on? Come on. Okay. Here we are. We are now in the sphere of influence of the moon, and yeah, there's still this other contract that I need to do an EVA, but I think I need a rover or so in order to get over there, because it's a little bit too far away for the Kerbals to walk. And in 1 hour and 38 minutes, I can do the capture burn. That's fantastic. 21 by 17. I like to reduce it a bit more. 20. Easy. 17 by... yeah, let's go for 17 by 17. This is good enough for now. Okay, 1 hour to go. Before I do this, the Mun Base Lander will arrive in the sphere of the sphere of influence of the moon soon. Okay, huh? Alright, yeah, this is okay, this is okay. I was a little bit confused with all the different orbits, but yeah, that's fine. So, okay, I can do a quick time warp to get closer to the capture burn. Alright, just a couple of seconds, easy. And, ooh, that's a cool perspective. 5 minutes. 3, 2... 1, we're almost there. That's exciting, that's really exciting. Okay, now I can turn toward the maneuver node. Alright, very good. Okay. Ooh, down there is the lunar arc. That's cool. That's interesting. I think this is the same lunar arc we have seen before, as we search for a good landing site with a moon surveyor. And, okay, now... okay, it's a very short burn, okay. The navigation computer was once again wrong. I can wait just a little bit. And when this thing is in orbit, I think I have to switch over to... what spacecraft will arrive first? The Moon Surveyor or the Mun Base Lander? That's a good question. Okay, I need to check this. Easy, 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 easy. Calm down, calm down. Okay, very good, very good. And cut the engine, alright. So, 14 by 17. Alright, this is good enough. And where is my... has this thing already destroyed? Where is my Mun Base Lander? Wait, that's weird. Okay, I need to check this at the Space Center. What happened to the Moon Surveyor? Have I done too much of a time warp? Okay. Apparently... Well, I think we lost contact with the Mun surveyor, and so we had no chance to control the spacecraft, and unfortunately it disintegrated in the atmosphere because we had no chance to control it anymore. Okay, that's really a bad outcome. That's really a bad outcome. Oh dear, that's sad. Huh, okay, we lost the spacecraft. But alright. It finished its job, so yeah, we lost a little bit of funds, but that's alright. And Mun Base Lander orbiting... Ooh, that's an interesting trajectory. Okay, this looks cool. It will arrive in 56 minutes. Okay, this is good. Yeah, okay. Let's fly the Mun Base Lander. This is really a shame that the Mun Surveyor had apparently an issue, a problem, and disintegrated in Kerbal's atmosphere because we were not able to establish contact again with it. That's really bad. And I'm not quite sure how this thing will work out, but I think we will see how this works once we are in the sphere of influence of the moon. So let's warp there. There's the moon. Okay. Yeah, this looks good. This looks really good. 43 kilometers. I need to do a quick change of the trajectory. I think I need to burn this way. Am I right? Yeah, this is the right way. Okay, let's do this. Thank you. I can then get those numbers out. All right. And do the burn to bring it down to about 17 kilometers as well. All right, 16 is good. Okay, how much fuel is left? 50 units. Maybe I can do the orbit insertion burn. Then I think I would save more fuel than if I would jettison it right away. Yeah. Let's keep this thing attached and jettison it afterward. That's all right. Okay, 1 hour and 29 minutes until I will... Okay, 14 by 14, 15 by 17. All right, this is good. Yeah, so 1 hour and 29 minutes. Okay, easy. Calm down, time warp. Oh dear. Okay, we are nearly there. And maybe I should start a little bit early, because I'm quite sure that maybe I have to switch to the other engines. Okay, but yeah, let's start with the capture burn. Here we go. Yeah, I think I have to change to the other engines. Okay, we are now in an orbit around the moon. That's good. Fantastic. Okay, let's do it like so. Start those engines and complete the burn. Very good. And cut the engine. Maybe just a little bit. Okay. 14 by 19. Alright, this looks good. This looks perfect. So, yeah, the first 2 spacecraft for the construction of the moon base have arrived. That's amazing. That's really great. And with this, we have also reached the end of this episode. So, I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Until then, my name is Abby. See you!